Hi Viking, good to see you. Sorry that you missed the live virtual lesson. I'm glad that you're here today. We talked about families and how all families come in many different shapes and sizes, and that all you need to have a family is love. So I get to share my favorite book about families with you today, and it's called The Great Big Book of Families. Once upon a time, most families and books looked like this. But in real life, families come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. In this book, there are a lot of families living in different ways. Perhaps there's one that looks like yours. Lots of children live with their mom and their dad, but others live with just their dad or just their mom. Some live with their grandma and grandpa. Some children have two moms or two dads, and some are adopted or fostered. Those might be new words for you. Adopted means they were born to someone else who decided they weren't able to take care of this baby, and another family wants this baby and loves this baby, and they make an adoption plan for that child to be with this other family and become part of their family. Fostered means you have your family, and whoever that is, if it's mom or dad, maybe it's both mom and dad, you're kind of taking a break from them and you're living with a different family for a little while your other grown-ups, your mom and your dad, are learning how to become better at being a mom and dad. And so you live with another family for a little while, but you still get to visit your mom and dad. So lots of different ways to be a family. Growing up, I had a friend who only lived with mom and she never saw her dad. I had a friend who spent a lot of time at her grandma and grandpa's house. And I also had a friend who was adopted, and she sometimes would see her birth mother and also spent most of her time with her adopted family, her family. So lots of different ways to be a family. And again, all you need to have a family is love. Who's in your family? Some people have lots of brothers and sisters, and uncles and aunts, and cousins, and grandmas and grandpas, and even great-grandmas and great-grandpas. But some people have really small families. You can be a family with just two people. So you might have a lot of brothers and sisters. You might not have any brothers or sisters. You might have a whole bunch of cousins, and you might not have any cousins. So there's lots of different sizes of families. People live in all sorts of homes. Some small families live in big houses, and some big families live in tiny flats. A flat is an apartment. And some people can't find anywhere to live. So some people live in an apartment building like this. Some live in a house like this. This kind of looks like a camper or an RV. I'm noticing down here, this person is homeless. Homeless means they don't have a home of their own to live in. Sometimes homeless people are able to find a shelter at nighttime to go to and sleep in, especially when the weather is not good. Maybe it's really cold or it's storming outside. We don't want them to be outside in that bad weather. So then they go to a shelter so that they can be safe. So lots of different places to live. Most children go to school, but some are taught at home, and some just won't go to school. She's saying, but I've been to school already. I went yesterday. And others are too young to go to school. Most kiddos, especially in America where we live, go to school around 5 years old to start kindergarten. Some kiddos, though, are homeschooled, so the grown-ups that they live with are teaching them. And right now we have some students who are virtual learners who are learning from home or a daycare They're still part of our school. They're just learning, not in the school building. And again, some kids are too young to go to school, so they either stay home with a grown-up or maybe they go to daycare. In some families, everyone has a job. In others, only one person goes out to work. Some parents work from home, and some can't get a job at all. In my family, both myself and my husband, Mr. Running, have a job, so we both are working. You might live in a family where only one person works. Maybe it's dad or maybe it's mom and the other person stays home. Some people are able to work from home, and then some people don't have jobs but are looking and trying to find a job. Some families go on fancy vacations, and some stay closer to home. Some visit families that live in other countries, and others might just go on a day trip. Not all families can afford a vacation, but most people get some time off from work. Even a weekend at home can be like a little vacation. So you might just go to the zoo in Madison. Well, that's like a fun little day trip vacation. So lots of families spend vacations in different ways and time together in different ways. Some moms or dads are great cooks. Others prefer to buy ready-made meals. Most families get their food from shops or markets, but some people grow their own food. You might have a garden in your backyard where you're growing fruits and vegetables. You might go to the Mount Horeb Farmers Market. There's always some good stuff there. Or you might shop at the grocery store. You might go to restaurants to eat. So lots of different ways to have food. Clothes. Some children get new clothes. Others have hand-me-downs, or their clothes come from a garage sale or a charity shop like, I'm blanking on the name, Savers or Goodwill. Some families like to dress up for special occasions, but some just like to wear jeans all the time. And some dress any way they please. In my family, we celebrate Christmas, and on Christmas we all get dressed up. But not every family celebrates Christmas. And just because you celebrate doesn't mean you have to get dressed up. You might get brand new clothes. You might also get hand-me-downs from a cousin or a brother or a sister. A lot of people go to garage sales and places like Savers and Goodwill to get clothing because they can afford it. It's more affordable, and you're growing, you're getting bigger, and so you're not going to be able to wear those clothes very long, and so they don't want to spend a lot of money on clothes that you won't be able to wear very long. Pets. Some people believe their pets are members of their family, and some pets think they're very important members. Some people even look like their pets. Some families can't have pets, but it doesn't stop them dreaming. And there are ways that every family can have a pet of some sort. We see down here, they're watching the snails race. Birthdays are fun, but some families make more fuss about them than others. And then there's Christmas, and Diwali, Hanukkah, weddings, christenings, bar and bat mitzvahs, the Chinese New Year. Whatever you celebrate in your family, there are usually some special traditions. Some families like to celebrate birthdays. Some don't celebrate birthdays at all. Some people, like I said, my family celebrates Christmas. Your family might celebrate Hanukkah. Some people celebrate weddings, but not everybody. Some people celebrate the Chinese New Year, but not everybody. So there's lots of different holidays throughout the world that people celebrate. And that doesn't mean that you celebrate all of them, right? And every family has their own special traditions. So down here, I'm guessing they're celebrating Christmas, and they decorated a tree. So that's a common tradition for families that celebrate Christmas. We see here with the Chinese New Year, they are walking around, they're doing a parade with a dragon, and that's a pretty common tradition for the Chinese New Year. In some families, everyone has the same hobby. So this family likes to read, they're knitting, they're playing musical instruments. But in others, everyone likes doing different things. And that's okay too. Some families walk everywhere, to the shops, to school, to the doctor. Others get about in big cars, or on bicycles, or perhaps riding something else. So we all use transportation to get places, but that transportation might be different. In some families, everyone shares their feelings. Other people are more shy, or perhaps they just like keeping their feelings to themselves. Sometimes not everyone in the family feels the same way about things, and feelings can change quickly. We've talked about that before, Vikings. Have you ever tried to make a family tree? Sometimes you don't have to go back far to find bits of family who come from other countries. And if your mom or dad lives with a new partner, you might have to make a whole new set of branches. So if mom or dad have a new partner, maybe they got remarried to somebody else or have a boyfriend or a girlfriend that they live with, then you might have other members of your family coming in. So, families can be big, small, happy, sad, rich, poor, loud, quiet, cross, good-tempered, worried, or happy-go-lucky. Most families are all of these things some of the time. What's your family like today? Vikings, I hope you enjoyed this book. In Seesaw, what I want you to do is I am going to ask you to tell me who lives in your family. So who lives in your house or apartment with you? Is it just you and dad? Is it you, mom, dad, grandma, and sister? Is it you, your fish, your cousin, and your stepdad? So lots of different ways to be a family, and I want you to tell me about your family. Make sure you click that green check mark to submit your answer. I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for being here.